Shalom, real quick, giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua B'Hashem HaKadosh. Anyway, this is a video. I'll leave the link in the description box. This is from Odyssey. And this is the David Knight show. And this was put up today, which today is the 23rd. It says here, the title is Interview of Food Will Be Used as a Weapon. Here's Your Defense. There's a book, 2-volume book, Civil Defense Manual by Jack Lawson, civildefensemanual.com. And he says, and by the way, the title of this video is going to be super short, is Cannibalism is Coming to America. Cannibalism is coming to America. And that's the fulfillment of 2nd Ezra's chapter 15, which I'm not going to bring up. Somebody could bring it up around about the 50th verse. Anyway, I'm going to let you listen to a little bit of this, but you got to watch the whole video. I hadn't watched the whole video, which is 60 minutes, 59 minutes and change. So just listen to this. I hope you can hear it.
Water, critical life supplies and services. There's actually three of them, depending on your age. Water. Without water, you're going to have serious problems, probably be dead in 3-4 days. Without food, you will probably last a matter of 3 weeks. A friend of mine says without food in this country, with a limited amount people have in their house, probably a week, it'll be 0 to 90 days, it'll be cannibalism. That sounds an extreme statement to make, but this has actually happened. You just have to read about it. Oh, yeah. The third item, critical life supplies and services, are medicine. Guys like me, I don't even know if I'll last with, how long I can last with what critical medicines I have to, that I have to maintain my life with.
Yeah. Yeah.
But those three things: water, food, medicine.
Yeah, and of course you've got the example of the water there. When we're talking about food, somebody coming into this, even if they get your civil defense manual, you got 2 volumes of the stuff. Where would you suggest that they begin? Where would you suggest that somebody start your book, or where would they start? Should they start supplying, doing things, assuming that they're just now getting started? What would you tell them to do?
David, whether they buy my book or not, it's very simple. Go to the grocery store, buy calorically dense foods like beans, rice. People can live for $400 investment. They can slowly put together, buy a few extra cans, buy 20 pounds of rice. You can live on rice and beans, enough protein, carbohydrates. It's pretty bland to eat after a while. I've lived on it. When my dad cut me off from the money in college, so I know I lived for 3 months on it. So the best thing people can do is get some spices, but rice and beans. But whatever they do, don't buy Doritos, don't buy waste food or SpaghettiOs. Buy beans, rice. Things that are solid foods that have a lot of calories. You need fat, and you need protein, and you need carbohydrates. Without carbohydrates, the mind shuts down. I've been in that situation, and the Indians had a saying that when they were starving, that the Cree Indians of southern Canada, they said your spirit rises from your body. In other words, you're out the bottom looking down on things because you're about ready to die. And you really go into a different mental state. So.
Well, talking about medicines and that type of thing, other than the fact that, may have to have things like a high blood pressure medicine that wouldn't be there or something like that, what should people do in terms of quick preparation for medical emergencies? I mean, a lot of that is training, isn't it?
But anyway, you heard it. And You can watch the rest of the video. You see Esau, man, they take things serious. They see what's coming down the road, so to speak. And Jake, they got their asses, their heads stuck up their asses. They don't know what's going on. In the hood, so to speak. When there's no food in grocery stores, supermarkets, the shelves are empty. That's when chaos will ensue. And when there's not any food at all, the little food, if you can't get food at a supermarket, a bodega, or a corner store, grocery store, or whatever, your thing is, I got to eat. So you're gonna go from house to house and kick in the door and steal the food from other people. This is Second Ezra's, the 15th chapter, and I went through the whole chapter. I don't know, about a week ago. I put up a video. You got to find the video. It was one of the recent ones, and what's written in the Second Ezra's, the 15th chapter, is basically a script for what's going to happen, and it's talking about here in Babylon the Great. And in Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, it speaks about cannibalism. So cannibalism is coming back in a big way because when people have nothing left to lose, they lose it. Famous statement from Salanti, Gerald Salanti. So you experienced the chaos after the George Floyd incident. People were just bugging out, busting out windows, just chaos. So everything calmed down, and chaos will, boil up again. So like I said, Jake doesn't understand what's going on. He doesn't understand that the scriptures, the Bible prophecies are coming to pass. And we see everything coming down the pike. We see everything coming. And what have we been saying? We've been prophesying about what's going to happen in this country and around the world. With this war, Russia and the Ukraine is going to, a lot of wheat and grain is grown in the Ukraine when you do the research on it. And I believe Russia too, but Ukraine supplies wheat, grain, other things that they grow for pretty much most of the world. So that war is going to affect us over here in a big way. And it says in Matthew 24, Luke 21, Mark 13, it speaks about wars and rumors of wars, famine, earthquake in diverse places. Habakkuk 2, one of my favorite precepts, Habakkuk 2 from the first couple of verses, it says, it will not tarry, it will surely come. At the end, it shall speak and not lie. What shall speak? The prophecies of the book. Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Obadiah, the Revelation, Daniel, all the prophetic books, Obadiah, Joel. Some of the prophecies have taken place 2,000 years ago, before 2,000 years ago. And most of those prophecies are going to take place right now. Revelation, the book of Revelation will come to pass, and it's coming past before your eyes. The major prophecy, like I've been saying, and I don't know why you other camps can't get it. And you're gonna look foolish when it actually comes to pass, which is the MOTB. And it's going to be known that the only camp that pushed the MOTB, which is the last major prophecy before the destruction and the kingdom, that GMS pushed that prophecy. then it shall be known who are my chosen. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.